Hey, what's up, soldiers? My name is GregFPS, the Zombies Extraordinaire, and welcome back to another Call of Duty Zombies Top 10, where today, guys, we're going over the top 10 worst ways to die or down in Treyarch Zombies history, because you guys know I down a ton, and there are a lot of really bad ways. I'm sure you guys down as well, so unless you're like insane, which you probably are. You're probably better than me. But today, guys, we're going to be counting down those worst ways to die. And I'm not going to be showing specific examples for all of these because I don't want to lower my Black Ops 2 rank and become like a one bone from downing repeatedly. So if that makes any sense, that's not going to be included specifically. But next week, guys, we're going to be counting down the top 10 best characters in Treyarch Zombies history. And please do not comment Ultimus or Primus, any of those characters, because they're obviously number one. Like Ultimus Richtofen is my personal favorite character, and I would rank him one all the time. So besides Ultimus and Primus, comment your favorite characters. So without further ado, guys, let's get right into the list. Coming in at the number 10 spot is going to be getting stepped on by the 1,000-foot robot on Origins. Now, there's a way you can avoid this by getting a golden shovel after digging for 30 dig spots, and then eventually you have a chance of getting the golden helmet, so you can just get stepped on repeatedly and nothing will happen and you won't die. You'll get stunned a little bit, but other than that, like, I feel like this one's pretty avoidable. One way that I have personally downed is maybe I'm backing up or I'm not paying attention and then you get stepped on. But honestly, I feel like I've only gotten stepped on probably like twice, and the main times I get stepped on is because I think I saw the like spot to go up into the robot and it wasn't there, and then I just got completely stepped on. But I feel like this one's kind of rare, but maybe it's more rare for other people. All right, guys, coming in at the number 9 spot is going to be the Gorod Bombstep. I don't know what it is, but literally I see people complain about this step all the time. I've done the Gorod Easter egg so many times, and I feel like this is honestly like the easiest one. I think the main time when people get confused with this is it goes through all the areas where the bomb is going to be first, and then it shows you the order. So I feel like a lot of people get confused with that. I remember like when the map came out and I was doing it solo for the first time, I got confused with that as well, and I died and I was mad. But once you figure it out, it's really not that hard to understand. I can understand that like if you mess it up, you down, and everyone downs unless you're like in the spawn room. So there's that. But at the same time, I feel like having a step like that makes the map and Easter egg a little bit better, because you have a consequence if you mess up, and I think that's a cool thing. That's why I like Black Ops 2 so much and stuff like that. So I think this step's pretty good, but I can understand why people die from it, and it comes in here at the number 9 spot. Coming in at the number 8 spot is going to be lava, and more specifically when you go through lava on transit and a denizen that is on fire also is sticking to your head. If you don't have jug, maybe you have perma jug, so you can take 4 hits instead of 2. That will help you go through the lava, of course. But sometimes you go through the lava, you're already damaged, and then a denizen on fire is also on your head and you destroy it. It blows up when you're already one hit, and then you're just dead. And that happens to me multiple times, all the time. But if you have perma jug, you should be fine going through any of the lava spots on transit. So I make it a point before I play to down myself enough on like buried by just jumping off the map in the spawn room or something until I actually have perma jug. So make sure you guys do that if you're ever gonna go through lava. But yeah, I definitely see this one. I know a lot of people end up dying from lava, or they just don't play transit. I don't really blame you either for that one. I don't hate transit, but I wouldn't say it's my favorite map at all. Coming in at the number 7 spot is when you're throwing a monkey or Arnie's or something like that, and you accidentally throw it outside the map, so the zombies still come after you. Now, I was playing Nuketown. I don't know if I have a clip. I'm gonna try to find it. I was playing Nuketown and I threw a monkey bomb, and it went in the crack on Nuketown, like the crack in the back of the greenhouse, and the monkey bomb just didn't go off, and I almost died. So there have been multiple times where that has happened to me, where like you throw a monkey bomb, it just fails completely. It doesn't do anything. It happened a lot in like Black Ops 1 or World at War Reese even. So I can definitely understand this one. Sometimes you just accidentally throw it like a little bit too far or something, and it goes inside a window or a barrier that is just outside the map, and then you get screwed over. So I definitely can understand this one. It's just one of those things, like a lot of times you just get screwed over completely and you can't really do anything about it. And since the monkey bomb takes so long to throw, it's like 2 seconds or 3 seconds or whatever it is, that's usually the crucial time where you needed to get zombies away from you. So I definitely understand that one, and it comes in here at the number 7 spot. Coming in at the number 6 spot is going to be one that I saw a ton of people commenting, which I was kind of surprised, and it's accidentally touching the artifact on Tag Der Toten. Now, when this map first came out, I touched it and downed, and I was so surprised. It was really funny. I remember it for sure. Like, that was the first way I ever downed on the map, and I know a lot of other people did as well. But once you figure out the Easter egg, obviously you don't want to touch it because you'll just get hurt and down. But I thought this one was pretty funny. I'm not going to elaborate really more on it, but it does happen. So try to not accidentally touch it. I feel like a lot of people, learned the hard way, and I don't think it's one of those things that people do. But from time to time, I still see people playing the map for their first time and touch it and down, and it's usually pretty funny. So I wanted to include it somewhere on the list. Coming in at the number 5 spot is your controller dying or getting disconnected. This one obviously won't happen if you're on like PC, but I play on console most of the time, and sometimes my controller just completely disconnects. I don't know why. Maybe it's a loose connection or something. And and then I just am there to stand still, which really sucks. Now, in World at War and Black Ops 1, your controller, if it gets disconnected, it will pause the game. But it does not pause your game on Black Ops 2. There have been multiple times where I have died on Black Ops 2 when I'm doing a specific challenge. Like, I know a couple weeks ago, I did the Nuketown Pack Punch challenge, and I got disconnected when I was already like 10 guns in. I already had the Mark II, like I was fully set up. I was doing really well, and that happened, and it's literally gone. Like, I didn't have enough time to plug it back in or anything like that. It was just game over and rip. So that really, really sucks, and that is, in my opinion, probably the worst way to die. Coming in at the number 4 spot is going to be while drinking jugs. So this happens all the time on like Origins or Kino, for example, where you go, you buy jug, and like maybe you just went down, so you need jug to protect you, and then as you're drinking it, you get like double slapped and down. That is one of the most annoying things I've ever experienced as well. It's so frustrating. So I had to put this one on the list for sure. All right, guys, coming in at the number 3 spot is going to be falling. Whether you're falling off the map on shadows in the pack punch area or moon, or buried in the spawn room because you just want to get perma jug, maybe. There's multiple ways that you can die from fall damage, of course. If you're in a really high area and you drop down and you're already like hit once or something, then obviously you can get hurt. Of course, if you have PhD, then you can't, but that was not really in Black Ops 2 unless you're playing Grief or Origins. So I would say that this is definitely a big one. I remember doing the reverse rainbow perk challenge on Origins, and I got hit once in the church and dropped down to the tank area, and I actually died from that. So there's a lot of ways that you can die from falling, and it's really frustrating. So I definitely wanted to include it on the list, and it comes in here at the number 3 spot. All right, guys, coming in at the number 2 spot is going to be splash damage. Whether you're using a China Lake and RPG, Mustang and Sally's, or maybe a Little Arnie or a ray gun. I feel like the ray gun is the biggest culprit of this one. So when you take splash damage from one of these and you end up dying because you shoot a zombie right in front of you or something, so this one definitely is really frustrating, and it's honestly why I don't really like getting the ray gun in World at War. Although it's decent, I just think that it's gonna end up getting you killed most of the time, so that's why I don't usually like to use it. If I'm playing World at War, I'm going with the Thompson, and hopefully like a good LMG like the MG42 or something. So anyways, that one comes in here at the number 2 spot. Now it is time for 3 honorable mentions. I'm going to go through these really quick. The first one is an overcooked grenade. If you're doing like the Call of the Dead Easter egg where you need to blow up the generators, you overcook it and then you end up downing from that. Next is falling off the zip line on ZNS. So when you're playing with teammates and they accidentally shock the zip line too early and you just fall into the water and die completely, that's very frustrating. And also activating your own trap and then accidentally dying from it. That has happened to me multiple times, like the electric traps on like Verrucht or something. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. So anyways, guys, let's get into the number 1 spot. All right, guys, the number 1 spot for the worst way to die is playing Vanguard. It's literally just playing Vanguard. Like, you don't want to die in real life, so just don't play Vanguard and avoid it. I'm just kidding, guys. It is getting double slapped and windmilled. This happens all the time on Black Ops 2 specifically. I find myself getting double slapped repeatedly on Origins, Mob of the Dead, and sometimes other maps, but it seems like Origins and Mob of the Dead have the most aggressive zombies ever, and they will just relentlessly double slap you. So I find myself downing a lot on these 2 maps. It's my most played Black Ops 2 maps besides maybe Buried, but I feel like Buried is just an easier map. So getting double slapped is so frustrating. It's happened to me many times. I'm sure I'm showing a few clips here and there. But anyways, guys, that one is definitely the worst way to die. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy. Make sure to comment your favorite character besides Primus and Ultimates down below in the comment section. And I will see you guys in the next video coming out tomorrow. Peace out, guys.